One love. Stay positive. Bring back our kings. Say reach one, teach one.
Tonight,
Bring
well,
back our
tonight,
kings.
I
Yeah.
wanted
To the youth,
to
you are the
honor,
future. Don't let them teach.
bring back our king's very own co-host, Mr. Charles Jr., aka Nappy Red, aka Red Dot Production.
Yes.
Yes. If you don't know, if you all don't know by now, the purpose of Bring Back Our Kings is to uplift and inspire and tell our stories the way that they should be told by brothers and sisters that look like us and who can relate to us, and to kind of gear away from what society has portrayed our brothers to be. We have nothing but positive role models, positive brothers on this platform, and our brothers are always, the brothers that we do have on here are always doing things for the betterment, not only for themselves but for the community. So that's what it's about, talking about it and being about it. So tonight's special guest will be Mr. Charles June Jr., again from Red Dot Productions. Our brother has a couple of things that he's doing. Um, a lot of things that
A
he's
lot
doing,
of
and a lot of things that he has done. So tonight is his spotlight. We'll be touch base. We'll be talking about. I know our brother is in film production. He's got a web series coming out. He's also working on an apparel line. He also, not only is he a feature on this podcast, but he has his own podcast coming out. He has podcasts that's already on his networks. I mean, I'm just gonna let him break it down to you because I can't keep up.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Basically, I'm just trying to get our community together in different states and bring them all together so we can be all on one page. That's about it. That's why I'm trying to dip and dab into everything and help everybody. And I appreciate y'all for helping me out a whole lot this year and last year. So I salute y'all for keeping me grounded.
Much respect.
Definitely that. Y'all definitely
Yeah.
keep me grounded, especially you said. You keep me
Yes.
grounded. So so I appreciate that. And that's what I said. We gotta work as a team to keep this going and everything. So
I think this is a perfect dynamic because Shane, it keeps the balance between us because us men sometimes over stuff and you balance the things out.
yes.
And I have a question. And I know we have this conversation before about this, but for the viewers' sake, so they can know everything to know about your projects.
Yes.
What started you across this line to say, "Hey, I want to do movie production"? Like, what who inspired you to get into that position?
Well, I can say like my brother and his partner Lou, calling Lou Films. Like I said, I was running in the streets. I wasn't all about what I'm saying, making movies or doing anything positive of nothing back then. But I came up with a concept that I wanted to do a movie about my hood. Like Staten Island. Like Staten Island always was like
Yeah,
soft and smiling. Oh, they whack. They ain't doing nothing out there. This and this and this. But Staten Island really played a big key in New York City
Of
and
course.
everything. So a lot of people don't understand. Just like when Wu-Tang came out, like it was California, like Snoop Dogg and all that was dominating the music. It was all California stuff. It wasn't that gritty New York feeling. So when Wu-Tang came out and they staircases, rec room parties, I'm talking like that. They put that gritty back into the music.
They put
And
it
then
on the map.
yeah, then you have Biggie, you have Mobb Deep, and
yeah,
everybody followed suit and everything. But when you look at movies, you only see Brooklyn, Bronx, Queens, Manhattan. Like
Right.
you only seen what was about that, and I'm like, hold on, why we ain't got nothing about Staten Island? Staten Island. I'm not trying to.
The Forgotten
Yeah,
Borough.
I'm not trying to say. I'm trying to glorify all this, but Staten Island was popping. Like a lot of Brooklyn, Manhattan, Queens, Bronx people came out to Staten Island and everything, and they found out about it the hard way. They was like, "Oh, Staten Island is whack." Some of them never left Staten Island. You know what I'm saying? So I
Right.
wanted,
40
yeah.
Thieves.
So I wanted to put my story out there, running in Park Hill, because Park Hill was the baddest area on Staten Island on the North Shore. So
Yes.
so
Yep.
so coming from that part, I wanted to big up my barrel at that, plus do an educational for the youth because I lost a lot of friends to the street game. So
Right.
I wanted to like, okay, how can I help people and also let them know that Staten Island was like this and everything. So that's how I came up with the web series, Build It. Because at first, when I brought it to my brother and them, it was just going to be like a short film. Like I was going to like a 20-minute, half an hour short film to show Park Hill. And plus Wu-Tang was popping at the time. So I know people will graduate, look, and be like, oh shit, this is a movie where Wu-Tang is from. So that's how I wanted to bring it out.
Right.
But my brother and his partner was like, nah, that's a series. You can't tell a half an hour or even a 2 hour story on that. That got to be a series. Break it down to how Park Hill started, how the drugs came, how it became Killer Hill, and turned so different. So I came up with the movie, and I said I wanted to be the
Nice.
buildings, and they was like, "Why you wanted to be the buildings?" I said, "Cause that's where we sold drugs out of the buildings,
That's
like
it.
160. Ooh,
Yeah.
that
Right.
was our
Yeah.
our fortress. Yeah. That was our fortress. At first, a lot of people didn't know 141 Park Hill had about 50 drug dealers in it. At
Wow.
50 drug
Yes.
dealers at one time. You know what I'm saying? And everybody was getting money. But me and a couple other people went to 160 and said, listen, there's too many people there. We're going to go to 160. We're going to stay here. And then 160 became the Infinite Building. Now it's called now. So,
Right.
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna do my
And then
well, I'm gonna do my thing real quick. I want to rewind a little bit, Red. So I'm
mhm.
gonna do my little Sanaa Lathan thing and ask you. So when did you first fall in love with hip hop?
My first time falling in love with hip hop, it was it was before it was on the radio. Like 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 I said, I'm from Brooklyn, Brownsville, moved out to Staten Island, and they used to have jams like Park Hill Day.
Okay.
So they have Park Hill days and they used to cut and scratch just like in the Bronx, Queens, everywhere else. So
Right.
the first person I heard like rapping like really deep down was the Force MDs, the Force MCs, like Stevie D, Jesse D, and all of them. I salute to
Right.
them. Like they used to rock the jams out in different areas in Staten Island and the ferry boat and everything. So when I heard like Stevie
yeah.
D and different people rapping, and then I heard one of the people from Park Hill, his name is Scotty Waddy. When I heard him rap,
Oh, sorry.
I said, "Hold up, wait a minute." I said, "Hold up," and I mean, he was good. He was spitting some crazy stuff. So I'm sitting there like, wow. So I had to say probably around about like the fifth, sixth grade,
Okay.
about that time,
That's
and
when you got
everything.
your love. That's when you got your love for hip hop. I asked you that because that seems like that culture is what kind of geared your whole production company, Red Dot. You know, the
Yes,
urban community, the hip hop culture, and things of that nature. I know we've had other discussions on the podcast about the industry. So
yes,
you're well experienced in the industry of hip hop. So I wanted you to take us back to the beginning of time and tell your complete story. So so you basically fell in love with hip hop when you was a youngin, and then you said you seen. Now I know you do a lot of things. Do you rap? I've never heard you. Never heard
Matter of
you spit
fact,
some bars.
matter of fact, I do write. But I never put it out there. I just do it for recreation for myself and everything.
Okay.
It makes me write a story. Cause when I write it down and like say rap or whatever, I talk about my streets experience, and then I put it down, and then I read it all over again, and it comes to me as a movie, and I sit there and be like, okay, I can write about this, I can write about that, I can write about that. So yeah,
Well,
just
that's what hip hop was
and
from the
and
beginning, telling our stories, right?
yes, facts, yeah,
one of the things that you hit me last time when me and you had a discussion, and I want the viewers to know this, is that when you was telling me how you was taking brothers off the street that was out there doing it, he said instead of doing that in real life, what you doing on film? It's safe, it's legal, and you could also tell your story and do your thing on film. So I thought that was hot when you was like the brothers in the street that want to shoot and do whatever. You put them on set to like change their whole mindset. So it's like you uplift those brothers and you upgraded them and made them look at things differently, because it seemed like, unfortunately, in the hood, it's like we run around like animals because we
yeah,
don't look at, or we don't even know there's better
Right.
things out there. And that was good that you did that for those brothers, man. Much
yeah,
respect to you,
yeah.
man.
Because
Real
I got
talk.
that from Tupac and everything. Because like when I watched Tupac movie and
Yeah.
everything, and like Tretch, like you know what I'm saying, all the hip hop people that got into the movie gang, you could tell they was around some real hood stuff and everything, but you could tell they wasn't trying to be part of that. Wasn't trying to be doing 25 years in jail. So
Right.
how I seen it as Tupac, he took that character and he flipped it and said, "Listen, I can do this movie thing," and you know what I'm saying, and it looks real because that's. I seen an interview where they said Tupac, when he first did Juice, he came in for they said, "Yo, listen, we want you to play this role such and such and such." He said, "Yeah, okay." So when I seen the interview with Tretch said Tupac went in there and he was acting out the role, but it seemed like he was fighting in there. So everybody started running out of the running. So when he came out, he was like, "Yeah, I just finished doing this role for Juice to play Bishop." And he looked at him. He was like, "Well, damn!" And half of the people that was supposed to audition, they ran out because they thought he was really fighting. So that's how I took it. I looked at it like, "Oh wow!" Like, okay, I was on the same thing. So I seen the kids outside that I grew up with. I knew their fathers and mothers, and I seen the path they was heading down. So
Right.
I snatched them up on some old, yo, you want to do some acting and stuff, whatever. But they look at me as uncle, or they look at me as an OG. So they was like, okay, yeah, you know what I'm saying, what you doing, and the story I'm telling, this is how I tricked them. They was like, they knew how it was back in the days. So I had parents. The first episode, I had parents call me up and was like, "Yo, I let my kids look at your web series, and I thought you were supposed to do something positive." And I was like, "What are you talking about?" It was like, "Nah, they was looking at it like, yo, ma, y'all was living like that, yo, that shit was lit. Oh, yo, that shit was lit." But I had to explain to her. I said, "Listen, I'm taking this, putting it on film. You lived that life. You seen what we went through. It was your job to teach them. Okay, this is
Right.
what happened, but look what happened at the end. It was a kid that playing basketball, wasn't into the drugs or nothing and everything. He wanted to play ball, but he got killed. So this is what's happening in our neighborhood. You got a lot of people getting killed that's not part of the drug game, and you know what I'm saying? It's a lesson to be learned sometimes. And I said sometimes you just gotta, basically the whole thing is you gotta talk to your kid.
And you gotta be
Stop.
real with them. You
Yeah,
gotta be
That's
stop.
real
true.
with them.
Yeah, stop waiting for NBA basketball stars and football players and movie stars. And no, you got to take responsibility for your kid. If I put out like Terminator, you know the thing. Okay, I looked at the Terminator movie. So you're gonna go out there and start killing people just like the Terminator? You gotta, teach your kids right or wrong. And these days, like y'all said earlier, the tablet is teaching our kids. It's not
the
us.
internet.
Yeah. We're not
That's
teaching
true.
our kids no more, and that's why when the kids come over to my house, I sit down and I play with them and talk to them. Like, listen, put them tablets up. We're gonna play this. We're gonna do this, and we're gonna do that, and everything. Just like I was like last weekend, I was playing what's that Monopoly with them, teaching them how to spend money, how to buy houses, and how to do that, and they was like. They was intrigued with it. They was like, "Oh wow, I can buy this house now." I said, "Yeah, you can buy that house now." Okay, I can. Okay, how much? $150. Like they knew, so I was like, "Okay, I'm good with that." So yeah,
That's nice, man. That's nice, and I think it's very important because, like, for example, the game of Monopoly, people don't understand that the main purpose of the game is to buy every single property you land on, if you could, because I used to beat everybody all the time, and I wasn't smart enough. Then I just learned the concept. If you buy everything, chances are you're gonna constantly land on my stuff, and you're gonna lose. So that's pretty much what life is. Life is about Monopoly too, meaning that seize the advantages that you get in front of you. If you got an advantage to do something, go take it. Especially for these kids that's younger. Like, I have a friend of mine right now, 26, talking about he worried about taking risks. I said, man, if I was 26, you know how much risk I'd be taking right now? I don't care if I fall down, I can get back up. At 26, you can get back up, man.
That's
And it doesn't.
Well, I bought another game that's a little bit more better than Monopoly. It's by our brother Derek Two Grace.
Okay.
They call him the Tatted Mentor. But it teaches about stocks.
Okay.
It teaches about how to buy back the stock. It teaches about credit. It teaches you the things that we weren't taught in school. Around the board, it teaches you about politics.
My pressure just dropped when you said stop.
It teaches you about how to invest, how to open up your own businesses. It teaches you about.
That's good.
It teaches you about politics, about the House of Representatives, everything that you need to know. So, that brother has caught a lot of backlash because he teaches his children how to shoot guns, knowledge of self. Like, he holds no bar.
Is that the brother with the tattoos and stuff?
The Tatted Mentor. Yeah.
That's my dude. Yeah, I got a chance to. I didn't think, there's sometimes when people go live and all that, you don't think they're gonna respond to you. But I said something I thought was profound. I can't remember exactly what I said. And he replied to it, and he was going back and forth with me for a minute. And I was like, wow, okay, all right. And he his game. He's one of the people that I say that if we all was like him, especially have our kids on the military standpoint, I think it would be powerful because he teaches them education. He teaches them the importance of having a firearm, but he also teaches all the details of it. He doesn't just say, "Okay, you don't want to protect yourself."
That's great.
Yeah, breaking out all kinds of guns and putting them back together real quick. Why she's learning, like while she's reciting whatever education that he taught her at the same time.
And I don't usually talk about goals, but if I can get a brother like that not saying that they don't exist. It just hasn't been my time to receive one.
Ain't that many
but
though. Yeah, we
if
know.
I can get a partner that level minded, that is there to upgrade your mindset, your level of thinking, wants to win just like you, not out there, not being an opportunist.
Yeah.
Man, I would be a dangerous motherfucker. That's all I gotta say.
Yeah. Ain't nothing wrong with that.
I can't do it myself.
It's a blessing.
But you know what I mean? He didn't. He started in a position where he was selling drugs and he does have a lot of children from different relationships and things of that nature. So he went through those experiences, and then he finally realized that he grew up. And then he got his queen now. He married her, and their whole relationship is based on rebuilding and educating one another and basically leveling up like no other. But they're opening up businesses and buying out properties and things of that nature.
Yeah, I'm about to say he got bread. Yeah,
So
that's how you're supposed to do it.
It can be done by yourself, but it's a beautiful thing when you got a king or a queen on your side to do it with, and y'all on the same page.
Yeah, facts.
So you told us about the love of hip hop and how you basically wanted to tell the stories of where you grew up. Well, not where you grew up, but you said you're from Brownsville, Brooklyn. Just recapping what you said.
Yeah.
And you moved to Staten Island at a young age, but you wanted to tell your stories, and along with telling your stories that happened in your neighborhood, of course, you wanted to get people involved from the neighborhood to tell those stories. And you are also responsible for showing our younger brothers and sisters another way to make it out of the hood besides selling drugs and besides being a basketball star or a rapper. So that's pretty dope. That's amazing right there. So can you tell us when was the beginning? When did Red Dot start? Red Dot production started with the web series?
No. It started after the web series because I was down with Carl and Lou Films. And I started out with them because they've been doing this since 2000. So I was just getting into the game. So I'm learning from them how different stuff is done and everything. And like I said, when we was with them, we had a lot of people in the industry hit us up on the building web series. Like, cause remember when we did the web series, we the grandfathers of the web series because we started the web series first, but Brooklyn people took it to another level. Salute them, and they took it over there and really opened up a little lane. But when we was doing it, it wasn't no lane. It wasn't no Empire. Right. It wasn't no Power. It wasn't no NWA movie. It wasn't none of that. And so we went to California with it. I wasn't trying to do a web series with it. I tried to get a movie deal at first. So we talked to a couple people in Hollywood, like your Ice Cubes, and we went there to Ice Vision, talked to them and everything, and they wanted to buy the whole concept from me and everything. Mm-hmm. They said, "Listen, we're gonna give you a 6-figure deal. You take that, but you can't deal with the building. You can't talk about it. Nothing. This is ours now." So it was a good thing and a bad thing because I could have took the deal and everything and had something already established, or I could have just went somewhere else with it and said, "Yo, let me do something else with this." But so I denied them and I left and I started dealing with different people in the industry, and a lot of people, like right then and there, that's when I knew I had something. Like you know what I'm saying? Because I went to Ice Vision and they wanted to buy something that I just wrote down and made something. So I was like, okay, I'm doing something. So I learned from my brother and them, they business, but they was doing their own projects too. So I'm not trying to say we clash or anything, but if you doing your project, sometimes you don't have time to do my projects. Right. So you know what I'm saying. So I decided to be like, yeah. So I decided to be like me true. And my partner Lynn Cortez. I said, listen, I want to come up with my own stuff. So she was like, all right, I'm with it. Like she started with me and she rides.
Lynn Cortez. I see you rep her a lot on your page. Yes, Lynn Cortez.
Yeah. That's my partner with Red Dot. So I was like, okay, we're going to take this to another level. So we came up with Red Dot and everything. And after that, we just went. Like we started doing our own thing. And it started branching off. It's starting to becoming a household name, Red Dot this. And Red Dot that. Every time I throw everything up. So it's going good, but it was hard. Trust me, because this industry is full of shit. I'm gonna tell you right now. It's like it's like
It ain't
I'm
the
from.
industry, it's the people involved in the industry that's full of shit.
Yeah,
The
that
people.
too, but I think they all play a part of hand because I know people that's in the industry. It's just like when if you trying to do something, coming, you know what I'm saying, you coming out of your hood or your neighborhood or whatever, and you got people that can put you in a certain spot and they won't put you in that certain spot
Right.
because I don't know what's the reason or whatever. That makes you go stronger. So that's what made me do it. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna rock this and I'm gonna rock this with my team that's really in back of me. And you know what I'm saying? I'm not worrying about anybody else. And plus a lot of people sit there and they you know what I'm saying, how can I say this without hurting anybody's feelings? Um they they ride other people's shit.
Yeah,
You know
they
what I'm
copy
saying?
you.
Yeah. They see what you're doing, and they be like, "Oh, you know what? In about 6 months, 7 months, he's getting ready to blow. All right, let me jump on his tailcoat real quick or whatever. Like I can see you coming a mile a minute, so you know I'm gonna play you before you play me. So
Right, right.
yeah,
Well, we can all.
Is it?
hmm?
I'm sorry, Curtis. What you said?
Oh no, I was just saying that it's a shame that it has to be that way, but it seems as though some people don't want to put the work in. They want to ride your wave instead of putting the work in. Or you got brothers that at the top that's making the money. They think of other ways to be creative to continue to make money, and then they see a brother up like you, upcoming artist at making films, and they say, "Wow, this guy gonna blow up." So instead of them trying to give you the deal, sometimes they could try to
Yeah,
sabotage or try to give you a payout, which they know payout is not good enough for you because your vision is
yeah,
gonna surpass that
Right,
$2 that they're gonna give you. You know, and I think that was very smart that you just said that you turned down that money because giving them selling your film, especially where you grew up at, the whole production it took to the
yeah,
whole idea of it and the concept of it, to give it to them is like it's part of
yeah,
your soul.
well,
You know,
yeah.
a
You're
lot
and
of
right.
that
our
was
people
they
sell
didn't do it.
out. So
Yeah,
we see that.
BET did it.
Yeah, the Apollo did it
Mhm. Yeah. Everybody like, and
for
that's
the
one
love of
thing
money.
I will
Yeah.
not do. Yeah, that's one thing I will not do. Just like when I talk to my partner, and we sit there, and she be like, "Yo, how about like we have big offers that came to us and everything, like Sony, like Columbia Pictures and stuff like that, but." Is you gonna sell your soul for this? Like that's the whole thing, and that's what kept me grounded. Like I know a lot of people that do movies and in the music industries, this and this, and they give them a little. Okay, listen, we this is our brand. Our brand is all known all over the world, but it's not always good. Like they said, every dollar is not good all the time, and
Right,
and that's what I look for. I want to start our own network. That's what my goal is. Why I can't have my own network like CBS, NBC, and all of them. Why I can't have my own network and everything. So that's what I'm trying to go. I'm trying to grab
right.
people that got billions of dollars. Okay, let's sit down and let's make a coalition, and you know what I'm saying, a black coalition at that, and get this
Well,
money for real.
Okay. Like
well, the good thing about it is a brother by the name of right now his name is Byron Allen. He's actually the gatekeeper when it comes to networking right now because what it is
Yeah,
white people unfortunately they corner the market so much that he got a piece of the pie, but he don't got as much
right.
of a piece of pie. He's right now in court right now for us fighting for more piece
He
of the
been in
pie.
court some time, quite
Um,
some time now.
trying to because
wow,
yeah, and what it is this is very important for him to pass because I might not agree with everything this brother stands for, but if he doesn't pass it, it's going to set us back more because the last thing we want is for them to constantly have these white authors, and no disrespect to white people in general. I'm just speaking from a science standpoint. Having white producers
Right. That's why I
producing
said
films for black people to
it's
see all the
not.
time.
That's why I've said
It's not
over and
healthy.
over again. It's so imperative for our own people to tell our stories. Nobody can tell your story like you. So somebody from the hood, from the neighborhood, those are the people that should be telling our stories because they lived it. You understand? That's it. That's it.
That's
So
it.
there's a
And that's it. And I like the name. Red Dot is awesome. I like the name. The name is very catchy. Red Dot, and it pretty much almost describes, like, as far as the hood standpoint, with so many challenges and things going on and violence. And you name your production company Red Dot. That's hot.
The inspiration?
That is really hot,
the inspiration be behind the name?
Well, my partner really came up with it because she said, listen, everybody call you Red. Everybody call you Red. And then I'm like, okay. And then she put some I don't know, something happened with the dot and everything. And she was like, Red Dot. And I was like, Red Dot Production. But I looked it up. There's a lot of Red Dot Productions too.
Yes.
So I'm looking up. So I'm like, okay. But I said, so what can out, what can stand out from it and everything? And like she said everybody know you as Red. She said, so that'll be a perfect for you, Red Dot Production. So I was like, I threw it around for like about a day or so and everything, and I was like, yeah, that's what we're gonna name our production company. And I went and did the paperwork and everything, got the LLC for it. And because at first we was an LLC, so when we was going to different places, I was, like I said, this is a learning experience. So I said a lot of people's not snatching us up. Why? So me and her, we used to have our what do you call that, conference calls like every 2 days or 3 days. And she was like, yo, she said, Red, every time I go to these places, that's why Ice Vision offered us that 6-figure deal, but it was a low figure deal. It was like $100,000. So she broke it down to me. She said, listen, okay, with that $100,000, you got to pay $30,000 in taxes off the bat. I was like, So she was like, then we're gonna have to pay Call and Lou. We're gonna have to pay other people, whatever. So she said, basically, you'll probably walk away with about $20,000 to $15,000 in your pocket. But a lot of people would look at that as a payday. They was like, what, 10, 15? I can put it. No, I seen much money. Like if you was in the street game, you seen past, that wasn't no money. And just like I told my partner when they offered that, I said, I seen that in the streets. I said, I don't want that. Like, come on now. Like, I'm worth more than that. Whatever. So it was like, she was like, they did that for us because we was an LLC. Cause she said they looked our Red Dot Production up, but it wasn't there. So they can give you whatever they want. I was like, I learned a lesson right there. I said, okay. So I said, let me get legitimate and go to these people. When I put the LLC in back of it, I got a little more respect. Right. Because they look at it as, yeah. Go ahead, Curtis.
Well, no. You're absolutely right. And one of the biggest important things when it comes to business, the reason behind it is that if you don't have an LLC attached to whatever you're associating yourself with, it looks as though you're not that serious when it comes to business, or you're not that knowledgeable. So they're automatically going to start throwing those low numbers because they'll say, well, this nigga, this brother right here he don't have a LLC. He might don't know how to do nothing. He don't know nothing about business. So that's their standpoint. They thought, well, if I throw him 6 figures, he going to jump at it. I realize that once I give him that 6 figures, now I take away a whole lane from him. So now if he still want to do film production, he's going to have to do it in a whole different lane. So I took one lane from him that's going to be lucrative for me, but it a negative impact for him because he know that lane very well. Now he can't study in that lane because when they give you that check, they're not going to allow you to do any type of urban films after that. That's the whole trick to it. It's not just, I'm going to give you for this rights for Park Hill and the production. They're gonna make it so you can't be in their lane because the last thing any business owner wants or business man wants is competition. So I'm gonna take away the Park Hill rights and all the Park Hill information, and you're gonna educate me on everything I need to know so I could be successful. But guess what? I
Yeah,
don't want you
yeah,
being in the same lane. So now you're gonna have to do something different. And that's especially if you don't have another lane to
yeah,
join.
yeah.
So
But the crazy
urban
part
is
is
where
this.
you at. You're
Like
doing
I
great.
thought about it. I could have, you know what I'm saying? I could have took the deal and stepped up, but it was like this. Like I
Mm-hmm.
knew, and when you get in this game, you're gonna get jerked your first time and everything. So that's what my mindset was. Okay, I know I'm gonna
Okay.
get jerked the first time, so I'm not gonna concentrate on that. It's gonna be my number one thing. That's what's happening now. Everybody want to see a hood movie, a hood this, a hood that. All right, that could be my first step in. But like when I get down to it, my passion, I want to write like scary stories, romance stories. I want to make something different and everything. So
Right. Because there's more.
I
There's more to us than just the hood.
yeah, yeah, exactly. Because just like when music, like Mobb Deep, Wu Tang, and them, when they first come out, it's about street level stuff. Everything is street level. But 10 years in the game, what you gonna be talking about?
Yeah.
Street level? No, you already moved out of the hood. You live in Jersey in a mansion.
At least you
So
shouldn't be talking about the same shit again. Right.
nah. And see, and that's what I like about Meth. Meth took the rap game and a stepping stone and got into the acting, and now he's opening up doors and stuff. So
Right.
that's what you need to do. Latifah's, the LL Cool J's, all of these,
Even the
like
Ice Cubes.
yeah,
Right.
Ice Cube, they open up like I see it like this. And I should have seen, just like when you were saying the 26 years, if I was 26 years old, if I was 26 years old right now, and what I know right now, man, listen, I'll be a powerhouse.
Right.
I'll be a powerhouse,
You're a
but I'm
monster.
not gonna let that age stop me because okay, I learned a lot. You know what I'm saying? I learned a lot growing up
Yeah.
and everything. And the same thing is this. I remember a lot because when I was growing up in Brooklyn and Brownsville, we used to play in the band of buildings. That was our playground, the band of buildings, going in the band of buildings, playing team tag and all that type of stuff. So when I moved to Staten Island, it was like the buildings was nice, had corporate and everything. I was kind of messed up. I was like, hold on, where's the band of buildings at? And see, and that was my mindset. It was like a hood was like Brownsville, like all black hoods is like Brownsville. Until when I moved to Staten Island, like I didn't know what racist was until I moved to Staten Island. Because when I went to the school PS13, and when we missed the school bus, we used to have to walk to school, like my mother's and different parents. And we used to walk through Rosebank, and white people used to throw bottles at us, call us niggers, and all types of stuff. And I'm sitting there looking like, wow, like, yo, this
Right.
is crazy. So I knew
Yeah,
how.
bro.
So the way I'm saying is my whole experience growing up on Staten Island and Brooklyn, I got a lot of movies in me, different movies at that. So
Right. So speaking of when can we anticipate? I know you was working on the buildings too, under Red Dot Production. Um
yes.
so what's new? What's in the future? What can we firstly when can we expect the buildings to drop? Is there a date set yet?
I don't have a date yet because this COVID and plus this snow.
Right.
Like every time when I want to get up there and do something, it's snowing. It's snowing. And in 2009 and 2010, exact same thing happened to us when we was trying to get out the building movie, the first episode. I used to have to go up there every weekend and, you know what I'm saying, direct it and everything. But every weekend it snowed and snowed and snowed and snowed. So it's a process. But I'm trying to, if everything works out, I'm trying for April
Okay.
for for
Okay.
for,
So
for
so
everything.
we- so we'll so we'll anticipate so
That's
we'll
great.
anticipate
That's
the
nice.
Buildings 2 web series dropping sometime this summer or early spring. Right.
Yes,
So
definitely that.
dope. So besides the go ahead, Curtis.
Awesome. I just want to promote it. Like we're gonna promote it on all media outlets. Shayna got the Bring Back the Kings podcast, and now you can view it on YouTube. So we need to put that on all platforms because I think it's very important for your production to get out there, so it could be very effective. They know a lot of people know that there's other ways to do it, and not just be basketball
Yeah. Go back
players
to school.
and
I tell
rappers.
people to go back to school, just like with the
Yeah.
thing that I was doing, the sound off, like college or trade school. I think people should go to trade school. Like if you want to better off your family
Mhm.
and better off yourself with skills. Yeah, you got to learn how to build stuff because they still building buildings. So you
Right.
know what I'm saying?
You gotta
Plumbing.
you gotta learn how to do something with your hands. You gotta have
Right.
hands
That's
to
not
Yeah,
gonna
build,
stop.
pretty much.
exactly,
Pretty
exactly.
much.
Yeah.
So don't you have a trailer out for the buildings?
I got an old trailer. I'm working on a new trailer now. And matter of fact, tomorrow I got to go talk to the kid that's doing the trailer. So I'm trying to have that trailer done least by in the next couple of weeks. So
Okay.
the showcase the you know what I'm saying, the second part of the building series.
All right. So cool. So cool. So we'll be looking forward to the trailer dropping shortly. But in the meantime, I know you're doing a couple of other things that are already playing out in motion. You got the new thing called your new go-to called Red Dot Production Sound Door, where
Yes.
you throw out a topic and you gear it to your audience and you look for audience interaction with it, basically sound off. So let us know a little bit more about that.
Well, Soundoff is like I seen something in a documentary. I was watching the Malcolm X documentary on Netflix, and what the Black Panthers was doing, that's what I was trying to do with the sound off. Like they started the first breakfast, like you know, what I'm saying, the breakfast thing for the kids in the morning. So and plus they was talking. They was talking to the people. Like basically, they was bringing up different topics when they was eating breakfast, and I was like, wow, like that's deep. But they had a lot of people that came for breakfast. They was listening and they started doing different stuff. They started opening up a lot of Black people's eyes on different stuff going around the nation. So basically, that's what the sound off is. Like we don't have discussions on stuff that's going on in the neighborhood or about our kids, about COVID-19, about anything. Like let's sit and talk. You know what I'm saying? We need to talk to our family more
Right.
about different stuff and that's the whole key is let's start a conversation. Can we start a conversation in the morning instead of going on TikTok and showing your ass and doing this and doing that, and then you know what I'm saying.
Right.
Let's talk about something. Like come on, let's educate people, educate your kids, because your kids looking at you TikToking and stuff, and then you get mad when they go to school or outside doing the crazy shit, and then you yelling at them. No, it's you teaching them what to do. If they see mommy and daddy is doing it, they think it's okay. No, it's not
Right.
okay.
We're
It's just
their first teachers.
yeah. Just like when I had for the kids, I said when kids is acting grown up and basically in grown people faces, like when we was growing up, if we ever try to come out there and sit up in our parents' face, we'll get slapped and kicked and sent to our room.
Right.
But you got these people, they smoking weed in front of their kids and talking. So they go back, oh my mommy, like the TikTok that I seen with the girl, the little girl says, my mommy steals from Walmart. My mommy this, my mommy that. That's the prime example that I'm trying to give. Your little kid know all your business and everybody else's business in the hood. Oh, Bootsy down the block, he sell weeds for $20, and you know, little kids are saying this, and I'm like,
Right.
wow, hold on, wait a minute, like we didn't know who was the bootlegger, who was the number man back in the
No,
day.
because we didn't have grown conversations in front of our children.
Exactly, and that's what sound off is like. Start
That's true.
conversations on
Yeah.
different topics and everything that we can talk about. Let's talk about it.
Right. That's dope. That's dope. So I also seen that you're bringing it
That's
to a podcast. So when can we look forward to that?
I'm trying to reach out to a different couple of people, and you know what I'm saying, and see if we can bring it to a bigger platform because I think we need it. So I just threw that out there, you know what I'm saying, so I can get some people that can get interested in it and everything. If I can't get people to help me out, I'm gonna just do it myself and
Right.
everything. I'm gonna find a way to do it, but. You know what I'm saying? But if people want to
good.
join in, like,
Good.
and see, that's what I like about
Yeah.
y'all because y'all help, and that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to if this sound off can make other people get out there and do different stuff, or if they want to take it to a different level, I'm here to sit down and talk about it. Come on, let's talk about this
Right.
and everything.
Some people was probably looking because when you posted it on Facebook, I put like rolling my eyes emojis, and then I was like, brother, like basically stay grounded. Because
Yeah.
I knew
Yeah.
Red. Like Red is a person who pops up with all of these great ideas, and he wants to do everything in the now. And
Yeah.
I know that because I used to be that type of person. And it's crazy how the tables had turned because I remember a couple of years ago, like when I first met him, he used to tell me, like, yo, you gotta slow down, do this in
Yeah,
right.
exactly.
And now look who's calling the
Yeah,
cater, the cater, the pot, calling the cater, the
yeah,
cater, right.
yeah. I got bit by the bug.
Yeah.
I want to do everything.
And there's
Like
nothing
I
wrong with
don't.
that. There's nothing wrong with that. But I think the issue is when you're a gifted individual, right? So
Uh-huh.
you're nudged. You're nudged by ancestors. You're nudged. Like it's your calling to do
Mm-hmm.
so many things. But I'm a true
Yes.
believer in one, not putting anything out there until I completed it to the best of my capability. And
Mm-hmm.
then after completing one project, right? And then I'm going on to the next. But that doesn't
Yeah.
mean that I'm neglecting the first project that I'm working on. It's just mean that I feel like I can't do anything else for that at that moment in time. So I'm not gonna allow myself to stand still. Now I'm gonna move on to the next.
Yeah. And see, that's what I did with the builder. I
Right.
know I already wrote my episodes. I know what I want out of that. I can't do nothing because the COVID. I can't go film. I can't go do this. I said, okay, you know what? Let me start something else. So
Right.
that's the sound off. I could do mobile. Like I could do that and throw that on every network, and boom, I was like, okay, I got something going on and everything.
Right.
But I definitely want to take it to a different level, like a Drake chance or something. Like we could sit down and you know what I'm saying, talk with celebrities or everyday people. Like, okay, let's get a topic, let's talk about this, let's have people call in, and then you know what I'm saying. And I think it'd be a learning experience for a lot of people. Like certain mothers or fathers that don't know how to teach their kids. You know what I'm saying? Okay, since the TV's on and the network, and most kids it's into to the networks. Okay, so let's cater to the kids and the family and try to see how we can incorporate everybody into one to learn something and everything. And it's like they not learning nothing, but they are learning and everything. So yeah,
Yeah. I think that's important, and I commend you for what you guys are doing. Especially, I commend you for what you're doing, Red.
appreciate
That's
that.
important. Having the sound off is awesome. I'll be looking at it like, wow, this is great. And now turning it into a whole entire podcast, I think is very important. I guess you just gotta figure out which platform works for you. They got Google
Yeah.
Meets, they got. So I guess working out that kinks is something, and I think maybe you can still have it a little old school with like maybe a phone
Cool.
line where
Yeah.
people can
Matter of
call
fact,
in. You can have the
I
number up.
did had that. I had that with three girls. Matter of fact, it was called Let's Talk
Okay.
About It, and basically I had the three girls
Okay.
in New York. They sat down, and I bought a track phone. So the track phone had a number that you can dial up and call up and talk to them about different topics. So I had that. I did that So I know the ideal of how to get it to where I wanted to get it, because I might start it off with a half an hour live on the weekend, like sound off topic on such and such and
Yeah.
such, and just have people, talk or interact with me on Facebook for a half an hour. So I'm thinking about that
Yeah.
right now.
What I'm gonna do, mine is not gonna be like a podcast. It's just gonna be more like interviewing random people here and there on various different things, and I'm just gonna do it on Facebook because I got a program where if I wanted to, I can load every video to YouTube that I take from Facebook. So those Facebook Lives, if
Okay,
I wanted
yeah,
to create enough hours of content, I could just take it, roll it, and put it into a film. But it's just gonna be random interviews. Like I don't have too much of a
yeah,
purpose when it comes to it yet. Only because I'm trying to find my lane. Everybody has a lane. I don't know if it's comedy. I don't know what it is. So I gotta find my per se. I gotta find my lane. But I think what you're doing, a podcast is very
yeah,
effective. I think that's awesome. You know what I'm saying? Your red dot always has good topics, especially when you was talking about the trade school or college. I think that's very important because let's say if you have one person, it's like you have two people on your show
yes,
opposing
yeah,
two different views, and they both articulate so they can bring a great dynamic to the
yeah,
show, and
yeah,
I think that'd be
yeah.
awesome.
And
And
plus,
especially Shannon did with us, like originally with the
yeah,
Trump and
yeah, yeah.
Biden situation. I kind of weak on my
Yeah,
position.
but see, that's the whole thing, is that I tell people everybody's right on the sound off. It's not, it's
It's
no
not up
wrong
for
answer.
debate.
And
It's just an open
yeah, yeah,
discussion.
yeah. Because that person could be right about what he believe in. She could be right about what she believe in. But at least y'all got different knowledges of what's going on. Basically that and everything. So
Well, I
Yeah,
think that would be something you might want to tap into earlier than sooner because right now this is the perfect time
perfect time.
to do
Yeah.
something like that. The weather is really cold, messed up in a lot of places, and then a lot of the world is still in pandemic mode, lockdown.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
people are
yeah, and
looking for that
perfect time,
yeah,
perfect
yeah,
time to
right,
get
exactly.
right,
attention.
at
I agree.
standstill. So maybe you can. I think it would be dope if you can get your to have a female and a male's perspective of sound off.
And
Maybe
that's what I'm working on now.
with your partner Lynn Cortez, if I'm saying her name right.
Yes, yeah, yeah. Lynn Cortez, yes.
That would be dope. I started off doing Facebook Lives and things of that nature. Before Bring Back Our Kings was a podcast, Bring Back Our Kings was actually a nonprofit. When I first moved to Georgia in 2016, the goal with Bring Back Our Kings was to open up an after-school program. Got the
Oh
funding
wow.
for it. Got the brothers to
Nice.
do the curriculum and everything. So the narrative of the after-school program was to educate our brothers and sisters, educate the youth
Yeah.
on credit, stock, investing, knowledge of self, basically relearn who they are, and teach them about it basically, how can I word this so it can make sense? Basically expose them to who they truly are, but to different cultures as well.
Yes.
We had a brother there who was teaching piano. We had a brother who was doing drums. We had a brother who was teaching them about the Moors and things of that nature. Then we had another brother who was teaching investing and stock and things of that nature. But the particular town and county that I wanted to open it up with was not ready for that type of change. So
Okay.
I kid you not, if I wasn't being followed by the cops, if I wasn't being harassed and things of that nature. So I decided to shut it down and then do it another way. So I kind of left it alone for a little bit. I kept up the social medias, and it was a point where I was just gonna let it go. But Bring Back Our Kings, the inspiration for Bring Back Our Kings was actually from my son, who was 8 years old at that time. And his father has always been in the picture, but for the most part, I have always been the parent, the one that's there, period. Pretty much. So because I know that I cannot raise a boy to be a man because I'm not a man, I can provide him with the basic and essentials. I can teach him knowledge of self. I can teach him all these things, but I can't teach a boy how to be a man. I can honestly say that, right?
Yes.
So
That's important.
Yeah, I
That's
know
important
a lot
that
of
you're able to
women
say
have
that, though, because a lot of women.
understanding what that means. That doesn't mean that you're failing your child. That doesn't mean that you're not a great parent. We just have to be honest with ourselves and realize that we can't do it. You understand? So, because we're not built for that. There are some things that a man can do that we can do, and vice versa. So it's as simple as that. So because I was in a different state than his father, I decided to continue Bring Back Our Kings and introduce my son to brothers who were doing things that society told him that didn't exist. Now we're gonna, you understand? So my son didn't grow up in the era with the different worlds and the Cosby shows and things of that nature. He growing up in the era of Love and Hip Hop and you know, all the craziness that's going around. So I said to myself, well, I got to figure out another way to Bring Back Our Kings, keep it alive. So then in 2018, me, Michael, you know Michael, Red, and C Money and another young lady from Georgia, we said, well, let's start a podcast, but that started on Facebook. So we did lives back to back. I think that's how I met you, Red. And you know, eventually the conversations that we were having was too deep for Facebook. Because Facebook they don't want to acknowledge our stories. You know, the moment that we say something that they don't agree with, they want to shut us down. They want to lock us out.
Yeah.
So I said,
that's true.
So I said from there, it was so bad that in the middle of my live, they would shut me down and block me. And then we would have to go to like Michael's live, and then he would have to pull me in, and then they would shut Michael's live down, and then we would go to see Money's live, and then he would pull us in. It was crazy. It was crazy, but literally with those lives, we had like 500 to 800 views every time we went live on Thursday. So So I decided, fuck Facebook. I can't depend on them. I need another outlet. So that's how I came through with Anchor, Spotify, Google, and I said, let's go ahead and just get it on a solid base. So that's how we here today. I don't know the future of Bring Back Our Kings podcast. You know, I'm currently wrapped up in so much projects myself, like everybody else is, but I will continue to do my best and getting our stories out there told by people that look like us, people who are us, and also do my best to get it out there on mainstream media that there are educated brothers who are knowledgeable about politics, who are college graduates or not college graduates, but are business owners, filmmakers, directors, producers, musicians, doctors, you name it. Because history will tell you that we ain't shit, but we created the history. You understand what I'm saying? So right. So that's why I gotta keep it going. So that's why we wanted to honor you tonight and get your story out there, because the perfect success story does not always mean that you graduated from college, or you come from a background where you came from a big house and things of that nature, or if you come from the hood, then that means you're a basketball player or you're a rapper.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? So that's why it's very important to get those stories out there, and we need more than one outlet. Yes, Bring Back Our King
Yeah.
tells those exact stories, but our people need to hear it over and over and over again until it becomes the main
The norm.
conversation. Right, until it becomes the main conversations in people's household.
Yeah, yeah.
Right now, we need to grab that momentum because remember, anything that was talking about pro-black and empowerment was not popular, but now at this present moment, it became popular. But it seems as though everybody's trying to capitalize off it, and some of them are bad. Meaning they don't care. They just trying to see how I can capitalize. Oh, you African? All right, let me create some dashikis for you. You know what I'm saying? They got Korean companies, they got Chinese companies, everybody, white companies, they all trying to do that, capitalize off us. And it kind of hurts me because it seems like no matter how much of an entrepreneur us black folks are, a lot of times we fall in the category of being consumers because a lot of people always colonizing our art and taking over and become vendors and the things that we should be manufacturing and selling for ourselves. And we gotta work. You know what it is? We gotta look at it like this. With black folks, they got a head start on us. So now we just gotta learn, you know. And I like your production company. You know, once you finalize everything and once you already pre-mainstream, but once you get completely out there, now you're able to create a blueprint for others that follow you. You know, I guess you can start it now too because you're getting there and people don't know you're gonna about to explode. You know, I can see the vision you're doing, and I also know that unfortunately when it comes to everything, it's always about time. The time sucks. Can we just have it happen overnight, right?
But see, with that, I always notice people that will blow, or you know what I'm saying, well, people will get out there and do this right. It always take us a little longer. A person that get out there and put some dumb shit out there, they overnight sensations, they make their millions and this and this and this, and then they disappear.
Right.
I want to do the opposite. I want to. If I be overnight success, I'm bringing people in. Okay, now I got the spotlight on me. I need you to come in. I need you to come in. I need you to bring, and that's how we're gonna network. We got to keep networking because I hate when people. Yeah, go ahead.
And we.
Huh? And people
no, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to cut you off. I apologize.
Exactly.
And then they look at you as competition. That's why I said that comment that I made on your post. I know a couple of people was looking at it like, what? Like, she's salty because, you know what I mean, he's on her podcast. Listen, there's enough outlets out there for everybody to do the podcast. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's not what it's about. I'm never in competition. I'm never in competition with nobody. I'm in my own lane. I've also had money thrown at me and could have settled years ago. But when you stand in your square and you truly stand for what you believe in, there's no amount of money that's gonna change your mind. So it is what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah. Even with your production company, like I remember when it comes to like the rapping industry, where it comes to the 360 deal, and it also comes to owning your own company, producing your own records. With the 360 deal, you're gonna get more exposure but less money. But with the owning your own company, you're gonna get money, but you're not gonna get as much exposure. But all the money you get, 98% of it come to you, and a little bit help you produce it. So it's like the question. What I tell with a lot of other people: do you want exposure? Is your whole life is about exposure, or you want to be able to be the owner and operator of your production company? Because at the long run, you might not be at the full mainstream media where you want to be at as fast because you didn't take that deal. When you give it time, now you could create generation wealth for your family to leave afterwards because you're gonna get big. It's guaranteed. One thing is for certain. I know that you're gonna get big one day, completely big.
I'm
You
about
know,
to
you big
say,
now,
why
but
you
you're gonna
keep
be at a
saying he
point where you're gonna
about
be like,
to
oh
be
my
big?
God, this
He
is crazy. I
already
can't believe
big.
it.
What you talking about?
nah, I don't see myself big.
No. I apologize for that. No, when I say, let me tell you something. No, let me tell you something. When I say big,
I
like
know what you
rivaling these people in
mean.
Hollywood and all that.
Yeah.
That's what I mean by big.
See,
You know,
I don't want to get that big.
it's not because you could be making millions, but that doesn't necessarily classify. Making millions doesn't classify as being big. Classifying
Teaching
as big is
somebody.
when you actually in a position where there are people that's making millions. Like they looking at you like, what the hell is going on here? Who's this
Nah,
guy
it's
that's
when it's
Yeah, I
making
feel
when
you.
millions?
those
He's on his
people
way to
in.
making billions. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, it's when
So
it's when
of
people
course.
in a certain position are starting to notice what you're doing. Pretty much.
Yeah. Cause
And they smart too because they try to shut you down before you get there because they don't want you. They know that if they let you just sit and continue to produce productive films and your fame is just building, they're gonna be like, oh shoot, who's this guy right here? Let me try to give him some money. And that's smart that you didn't take the money because by you giving that money could have really stunt your growth on your healthiness of your
but see,
production company. So that was smart
I
that you
learned
didn't
from
do it.
everybody
You know,
else that
I did
every
it.
good deal
Yeah.
is not a good deal. It's like, okay, if like with your company, what you trying to do with it? It's like, okay, I see the people that make it up to a certain level and they stuff get taken away or they get greedy and they give them an offer some money or this and this or that. So it's just like, I'm not trying to go that route. I don't even want to get big or nothing. I just want to teach people. That's my whole mental
Well,
thing. Is to teach people.
you already doing that. You've been doing that. You've been doing that.
I learned from you. So it's like I learned your strategy. I learned what you're doing, and I think it's very important. So I mean, you already touched me, and you're touching
Appreciate that.
others and stuff like that. So I think it's very important. And yeah, it's not always about the money and all that stuff, but I think with the money, it could
With
do
the
so much
money,
good.
I can open up different stuff.
You know what I'm saying? So I think, because like one thing as a business owner, one thing the beauty of having a decent amount of money as a cushion, instead of me having to worry about taxes, I could just be doing massive donations all over the place, and I could bring up my community that way. Because the money gotta either go, either you donate it or IRS gonna take it. It's your choice. You know what I'm saying? So if you donate it for a good cause, that's awesome, man. You know what I mean? Like, that's why I say with your Red Dot production, I think that's good because, you know, many people know about you, but many more are gonna know about you later. And the crazy thing about it, they're gonna be like, damn, maybe I don't need to be a rapper.
I'll write movies.
Maybe I don't need to be a rapper. Maybe I could just
I tell people this.
do my own
I
stuff.
tell rappers, up and coming rappers now, like you're gonna be a hit wonder for what, 2 years tops and everything. I said if you write movies, you can write movies until the day you die. You know what I'm saying? And you can make money off it because movies go for like, you can make millions and millions and millions of dollars off of just writing all your ideals. And you know what I'm saying? But people take the hard way. Okay, I gotta have this image. I gotta smoke weed. I gotta gang bang and this and this. And you won't live until 22, 23. So we gotta stop that stereotype. We gotta stop that. You know what I'm saying? Because
that's true.
All these young rappers is getting killed.
You're right about that.
For nothing.
Right.
So.
Yeah. And then what irritates me the most is that at the end of the day, if you come from that grain and that's your story, All right.
Yes.
You can only tell your story so many times. What's your new strategy? I like the fact that when you look at major artists like Jay-Z,
Yeah.
instead of him talking about the same crap, elevated his game to like, okay, because you know what it is? I guess we talk about what's in a reflection of our life.
Nope.
But once you get to another level, you shouldn't be talking about the same old grain. Now you should be talking about something else. Talk about the step that you're at right now. And then when you get to another level, talk about another level. So now Jay-Z at a whole different level. And I'm just using that as an example. He started talking about all the dumb decisions he made. Like, yo, I could have done that. Dumbo. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like the 4-4. It kind of say, okay, that's awesome because now he said, now he knows better. He's going to do better. He said, this is the things I should have done. And to let the other people know, the youth or anybody that's upcoming artists, to say, okay, all right, if the gangster rap is going to put me on the map, I'm not going to continue to do it forever. I'll do down, shoot 'em up. If that's what it means to get to where I need to go, but that's not going to be my end goal. Because, all right, I want to get everybody hooked. Because sometimes you got to meet people where they at. So if everybody's gangster, this, that, and third, they like that gangster rap, all right, I get everybody hooked. And the next thing you know, the next album I come out with,
that's the same
something
thing.
totally
Nas
different
did.
to throw their whole mind off. They're like, oh,
Nas
shit,
did the same
what
thing.
is this?
Yeah. Cause
gotta hook people in.
Nas
It's like a
thing.
hook.
You talking that street,
Nah,
but when you elevate yourself to a different level, then you put out different stuff. It's like that's one of my favorite rappers. Is Nas, because he elevated himself to a different level, and a lot of people didn't understand him. They were like, "Oh, he fell off. He's not." No, y'all fell off because your mind didn't elevate. Your mind didn't evolve to nothing better. Y'all want to still hear that. You know what I'm saying? Like if somebody go to jail in 1993 and come out in 2010, their mindset is 93. And you know what I'm saying? And it's crazy. So that's why I'm trying to elevate people's minds and be like, yo, listen, it's more than the hood. It's more than a corner. It's more than all this. But a lot of people never left. Yeah, they never left their neighborhood. They so focused on their neighborhood. That's all they know is neighborhood shit. So
yeah, but that's what you're doing, and at least you elevating people and letting them know, like those brothers that you saved back then that's doing the music, doing the movies with you and stuff like that. Yeah. Now the beauty of it is they echoing the same thing, like telling other people do film production, you could do this. Yo, you want guns? We can shoot them in a movie. We don't need that.
Yeah, exactly.
Life. Yeah, it changes everything.
Facts.
Right. So what else, brother, is going on in Red Dot Productions world? So we know you got the film production going on. We know that you have the sound off, and you're anticipating a podcast to go along with that. So what else? Tell the audience what else is going on in Red Dot and what else is happening under Red Dot?
Well, I'm trying to do the clothing line, the apparel and everything, trying to get that out and everything. Nice. So I'm trying to get that. That's going good and everything. Shannon's helping me with that, so that's a plus and everything.
That's what's up, man. God bless you, Shannon. Yeah. That's what I'm talking
about. And I'm just trying to, you know what I'm saying, just do creative stuff. I'm trying to help other people do, you know what I'm saying, get where I'm doing. Like I got a couple people that want to tell their life story. I got this one girl coming from Staten Island. Right. She told me her life story from age 6, and she just turned 55 Saturday, and her life story is ridiculous. It's like, and then like, she always was on my side. She always kept saying, Red, I want to tell my life story, but I want to do it with you. I got like 3 people like that. I got one dude that's known in New York City as a terror. He was a terror in the late 80s, early 90s. And he called me up and I grew up with him, and he was like, yo, he said other people came to him to do his story, but he said he wanted to do it with Red Dot. And I was like, wow. I was like, he was like, yo, I seen your stuff. And I didn't see this brother since 18 years old. And I'll be 54. That's how long I didn't see him. But he seen me on Facebook. He see what I was doing, and he loved what I was doing. So he said, "Yo, I wanna rock with you because you real, you telling a story." So, and that's what keeps me motivated. If I could tell other people stories that cannot get it out there on their own, why not? I'm gonna tell their stories.
That's
I'm gonna
what's
definitely
up,
tell
man.
people stories
That's dope. That's
and
dope. That's why I
Yeah.
everything.
said we need more. We need more of us telling our stories. So that's dope. That's
Yeah.
dope. So, but besides the apparel, I'm trying to pull it out of you. I'm trying to dig deep because I know Red Dot Production consists of a wide variety of things. So, do you have podcasts? I know you had a podcast with Tommy, or Tommy had his own podcast
Yes.
under Red. Yes, tell the audience about it.
Yeah, Tommy Guns. I met him. He's a South Carolina native and a rap artist, and he's starting off like what I'm saying. He's starting his own podcast, talking to different rappers and everything. And it's the same thing. It's the same thing a little bit what you doing, Shayna, but he's talking to underground rappers that's not heard of
Right.
right now. And you know what I'm saying. I salute him on that and everything. And they from day one he always was like in my corner from day one. Like I heard his music, I love his music, and I rock with him. So it's just like I like helping people. Like whatever I can do, I'm there. You know what I'm saying? Just give me a call. Whatever I can help you with, I can help you with. But I also got to say, everybody is not in your corner too.
For sure.
That you think want to help you. Because I like I said, I got a lot of people that's coming to me and they want to do. Oh, yo, I need you to write this. I need you to write a movie. I need you to do a skit.
Well, I
That.
need you to sign this contract then we can do it.
Yeah. That's the whole key now. If you come at me, at least know that we're going to do this right. We're going to do it business. I don't care if I knew you for 20, 30 years. I don't care about all that. I care about doing this right. Just do this contract. And plus, you know what I'm saying? You got to pay me for my service. Point blank.
That's true.
Right.
And if they
You know what I'm
consider
saying?
your peoples and they respect you, they're gonna want to pay you for your service because they know, you know what I'm saying? They know everybody has to eat. That's just business. Like if I care about you, I'm gonna want you to eat. I'm gonna spend my money so you can be good. I'm not gonna just say, yo,
Yeah.
man, hook me up with a freebie. Because that's part of the problem when it comes to these businesses as it is, like, especially black owned business. Everybody looking for a handout. Nah, brother.
Yeah.
Right there for a handout when you go to his business. You just doing it.
Yeah, because it's just like with the clothing line. I'm gonna make some shirts and stuff, and I'm gonna give those out free. I'm gonna give them out free. Listen here, I'm gonna send you some shirts. I'm gonna send you this, send you that, and then once you know the quality and how my clothing lines is, next time, okay, I need you to buy something now and everything. Because like I tell a lot of people, I see a lot of people with the clothing line, and they already online. Okay, $50 for a shirt, this and this and this and that. I get it, I understand it, but people don't know you. You know what I'm saying? To put $50 or whatever in you. You know what I'm saying? Let
That's
them.
true,
You know what I'm
though.
saying? You got to let them feel you out, get to know them, and everything. Say, you know what? I can do a deal. Okay, if you buy a whole set from me, I'll give you the socks free and no shipping. Boom. You know what I'm saying? You just can't just jump into everything and be like, okay, Gucci
Or
do it,
raffles,
Louis.
though.
You know, yeah, raffles. Yeah, because matter of fact,
Like giveaways. Like they watch a podcast and I'm giving away free stuff. You know,
yeah,
come watch this
exactly.
podcast at this time. Stay tuned to it. You can win free gifts and prizes, and that could kind of like hook people in, and then that's how you can market. You know, that's just one way I would say it's a positive marketing.
Yeah, because I was gonna
It's
do the
not like you
sound
give
off.
away crazy stuff, but yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna do the sound off and be like the first 10 people that respond to the sound off, you get a free shirt. You know what I'm saying? You gotta market yourself right and everything. So it's good. It's good. Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, Shanna. Shanna, I'm trying to do it. I'm trying to do everything.
That's good, brother. And I that's why I got so much respect for you because you're doing positive stuff and you're branching off. It's not like you just staying, okay, I'm just gonna have a production company. No, you're branching off to the clothing line
Yeah.
and you're doing a podcast. you got to do multiple things because even when it comes, and I'm not saying just for the sake of money, but when it comes to business,
Yeah.
they say the average millionaire has 6 ways to get money, 6
Yeah.
strands of revenue
Yes.
in order to get money. Some of it is where they don't have to put the effort in and all that. What they call passive income.
Yeah.
Some of
Yeah.
it's income, and then some of it you might have to put your work in. So it's important, and you're doing it right. You know what I'm saying? You're putting out your clothing line. You got the production company going, and I think one of the most important things to really improve your production line is to actually have some of the clothing line from that you're gonna be selling
On the movies
that you make it. Yes,
Exactly.
Yeah. That's what
that'd
I'm
be
getting
very
ready to do.
good.
Cause like once I start opening up everything that you see on my sound off or my movies or commercial is gonna be my clothing line. It ain't gonna be nobody else's clothing line and everything. So yeah, that's a big part that I'm trying to do with the clothing
For
and
sure.
everything.
For sure.
Trust me.
That's why I tell him this. That's why I tell you to stay focused. You know, like
Yeah.
if you're gonna whatever you're gonna do, make sure you have your. And I know you're working on it now, but make sure you have your apparel ready because whatever it is a representation of you. If you're
Of
doing a
me.
sound
Yeah.
off, you gotta come with your gear. So now,
Yeah.
not only are they listening now, they checking you out on a different level. Like, oh, that shirt is hot, that hat is hot,
Yeah.
and then
Uh-huh.
you know the money from that is funding your other projects. So
Facts.
Yeah.
Yeah,
They all
exactly.
go together, and it's all for a good cause. You know what I'm saying? Like for example, I remember when I was talking to a brother about real estate. I had a brother that sat there and said, "Oh, you do real estate? Oh, you about real estate? All right, boom." He went up real quick and started looking up LLCs and looking up with real estate properties and locations because you know all you
Yeah.
do is give people locations and they can look up your name and all that through it,
Uh-huh.
like
Uh-huh.
your name and all that. That's how even with and that's why I was like, wow, this guy's on point. You know what I'm saying? And that's how people are. They do research, so they're gonna
Yeah.
research stuff, and that's good because they go, oh, he got the clothing line. Oh, I like the way. And you know what it is when we watch a film. One of the things we do is look at how the characters are dressed.
Yeah.
Guys or girls, men. We look at guys or girls. Yo, that shit is kind of fly. Where he get that from? Oh, those
right.
stuff.
Yeah.
I like the way, he really dressed. Like he really coordinated. Yo, I think I could get the outfit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
And especially if they to the person too, or they like his character. Oh, I want to get his outfit. So now we can get it, and that's where your advertising coming. So you're doing big things, man. You know, you and
Thanks a
Shannon with
lot.
your clothing line is awesome, man. I'm just like excited. You know,
Sure, I'm
Curtis,
excited.
you sound like a white person. I'm just excited. You're awesome.
I am though, and you know what it is, and those terms I think is the best way to describe it. In my opinion, I'm very excited because I see 2 prominent black people doing some big stuff. You know what I'm saying? Not that Shayna, you doing a lot of big things, and you have a lot of projects and all that. And I know one day you can't wait until you have it set up where half your projects are being done by others under your supervision. Get a break.
Yeah, the break would be nice.
Yeah. She definitely needs a break and everything. But I salute her and everything because she keep me grounded. You keep me grounded. So it's just like we need, we need grounded people around us to cheer us on because you got a lot of haters out there that been your friends for 40 years. That always wishing you your downfall.
And I delete their asses. You up out of here. Stop watching my shit. You up out of here. I'm making space for strangers.
Mm-hmm. Nah, I feel you, but
that's why I was always constantly watching your surroundings because sometimes strangers will be more loyal to you than the people that you knew forever.
Exactly.
Family or friends.
Exactly.
Like it's not too much genuine. Unfortunately, because of the crab and barrel situation when it comes to us folks, it ain't too many loyal people. So it's like you always gotta keep one eye open, no matter what you're doing, what kind of business you're conducting, because you got to make sure that, because the people, remember, we watch all these movies where we see things get sabotaged and there's always somebody close to them.
Yeah.
So that lets us know the message is that we always got to watch an inner circle from time to time, even though they're closest to us, and then we watch them. Just make sure things that's happening in your circle, everything makes sense.
I think we
let
lost
it make sense to you.
Oh, there we go.
Oh yeah, he's there. Nah,
we lost.
No. We good.
We had lost you from like a second or two, Curtis. So repeat what you said lastly.
Oh, nah. One of the point things, like with the inner circle, and I learned this too. I got burned by people that I thought was like family and stuff like that. I said, yo, they they're close. So one of the most important things I say is always have one eye closed. If you have your inner circle, you can have one eye closed, but keep one eye open. Yeah. You always gotta, watch.
And also keep your eyes open in the back of your head. So that's where they sneak up at you at.
Money changes people. One thing I learned, people are not used to getting this money. Like, let's say, you're in a great position right now. Let's say it just launches off to the 100 millions. Let's say now you're at the 100 million category.
Mm-hmm.
People change. Not everybody stay the same, and that's the unfortunate part. Instead of saying, you know what, we all made this together. No, I'm gonna be greedy. I'm gonna find a way to screw them over and stuff like that. And that's what we always have to watch. Like, who's trying to mess up you? Because you have a good cause. You try to show us black folks that it's not just about basketball and freaking rapping. Like,
come on now.
We got so much talent that being exploited on a consistent basis. It irritates me that we're not taking advantage of those talents. All we doing is watching other people come along and giving us a few dollars for our talent.
And we sell it out, right? And we sell it out.
Yeah. And that's one thing I'm not trying to do. Red Dot won't sell out. If I gotta go ahead.
No, I'm sorry, brother. I was just gonna say, if you sell it out, at least sell it to your own and teach them how to operate it properly.
Yeah, because this is crazy. We don't have nothing working for ourselves. Now, just say if we had some black people that was on top and they see what I'm doing. I know, you know what I'm saying? They'll be like, oh, yo, that sound off is good. Yo, what you trying to do with this? But we don't have people like that at all. You got to sell out, or you got to be a yes man for them to control you. A lot of these people, they want to control the little people, and that's one thing I'm not trying to do. I'm not trying to go with somebody that I knew for a long time and it's powerful to go underneath them. I'm my own boss, so you know what I'm saying. I'm not working for nobody no more, and that's the bottom line.
I can't wait until I can say the day that it's time for me to say bye bye. Don't get me wrong. I have it where I can do it now, but I feel that I'm not comfortable at this point. Exactly. I got to get myself in a position where I say, okay, I comfortably got a cushion where I can say, you know what, bye bye employment. But right now, steady income for me until I reach that moment where I can say bye bye.
Yeah.
That's just the idea. We don't need to teach our kids that it's all about working. Like I told my sons now. My son was working at Amazon and he had so much issues and stuff and like that, and he was ready to quit. I said, all right, so well, you doing this rapping, you doing this music, and you doing features with people and stuff like that. I said, well, do something else. Like find some other revenue to make while you're doing all that. You don't have to actually work at. Unfortunately, but fortunately with COVID, you can do customer service at home, man. They pay that.
Yeah,
they got
exactly.
I'm telling you now.
A check is a check. I be trying to tell people, a check is a check. I don't care how you get it. This check is a check.
Yeah, I don't care where you work at McDonald's. You get that check for now because you're big. See, one thing people have issues with is starting. Everybody want to start at the top. It just doesn't work that way. Maybe you have to get the grades. I worked at McDonald's before. I worked at a landfill in Staten Island. Let me tell you, they was paying a little bit above minimum wage. And you can't. I'm talking about I had to damn near put my clothes in a bag every day. So one thing I learned is that sometimes you gotta humble yourself and take those crappy jobs if you have an end goal for something very important later, at least important. I say, yo, you bigger things. Sometimes you gotta have bread steady coming in.
Yeah. A hustle is a hustle. Like a lot of people, they put themselves on that top pedestal. Oh, I'm trying to make 150,000 a year. This and this and this and that for the first giddy up. Yeah, all right, you go ahead and try that.
Right.
But most of the people that does that, they fall victim and everything because
That's true.
if you started from the bottom and work your way up, if you do fall back down, you know how to survive. Those people don't. So they go into the alcohol, drug abuse and stuff. Oh, I don't know how I'll do this. I'm gonna drink myself to death. Oh, that shit is
Listen,
crazy. I'm not with it.
people just need to learn their own lane and stay with it and stop trying to live a life that is not for them. I truly believe everybody's got a calling that is up to you to tap into it. I'm not saying that, working a 9-to-5 is a bad thing or being an entrepreneur is a bad thing. You got to find your own way. Personally, for me, the purpose of me leaving New York was to start my own businesses and to build my own empire. So literally within my calling, every time I tiptoe out of that, anytime I tap into like quick money real fast, like whether it's Uber or doing Lyft or even going back under somebody else's payroll, that's when things crumble. So it took me a long time to come to the realization like, yo, those things are happening to you because that's not what your calling is. Every time you lose focus on what you truly need to do in life, I'ma fuck it up because that's not what you're supposed to be doing. Stay focused. So
because my calling came in my late 30s. So you know what I'm saying. So it comes when it comes, go for it. And like I said,
it comes
crazy.
And it's crazy how we think that these things are just obstacles. How everybody has like hardship or how these things are supposed to be. It's just bad luck or it's just bad timing. No, it's not. These things are put in place for a reason. Like for me, 2016, I left New York making like $80,000 a year selling vehicles. I easily sliced that in half or more some selling cars for the first year in GA. And then I realized like, yo, that's not what you came here to do. Live the same lifestyle that you lived in New York. So
exactly. That's the same way I feel.
Right. So y'all know me, especially Red, I'll be quick to tell somebody to kiss my ass, and that's exactly what I did. So I left that gig and it's been 5-6 years now, and it hasn't been easy, but I can honestly say my path has been bumpy. My path has been crazy because I continuously decided to get off of that path for quick money instead of staying standstill and focusing on my true calling. I kid you not. I kid you not. But this ain't a story about me.
No, but you know what it is when it comes to life issues and all that. Sometimes we're gonna pan those subjects. Not that that's the main idea of it, but sometimes it's important to also get those messages out there, even in interviews and stuff like that.
Yes.
Red dot is very important, and I'm so happy. I always gonna constantly repeat this and say that I'm so excited.
I'm so excited,
and as well,
and I just can't hide it.
I'm so
appreciate it.
Yeah, man, because that's big, and one of the biggest things too is like, and I constantly come back to the hood. Like, I have these young guys come up to me and stuff like that, talk about, what else is to do? Like, these drug dealers and stuff. And I said, yo, you could do mad stuff, man. I said, unfortunately, information is not so easy to obtain, but there's out there. There's other things you could do, and you gotta go do it. And brothers like you that's doing it, doing something different, because you could be like any other brother knocking people upside the head, and getting money that way.
Yeah.
But no, you have a production company. You know what I'm saying? You are living proof that there's other things that could be done. And I'm gonna be honest with you, I'm gonna sound biased when I say this. Shayna, you from New York. Red, you from New York, right?
Yeah.
I mean, pretty much you lived in New York your whole life. So one thing that's very unique about New Yorkers versus any other people in this whole entire United States, we come from a society where everything's so fast paced, and if you snooze, you lose type hustle quick or get hustled fast
Yeah.
type. So there's and when Shayna said that she went in 2016, she came to Georgia. There's no reason why you should be working a 9 to 5. If you're coming out there because you already know New York is so competitive. Not saying Georgia ain't,
Yeah. No.
but nothing compares to New York with the competitiveness. Everybody's a damn predator out here. It's like you dealing with mad predators. So you need a so when you go out of town, because for the life of me I couldn't understand. I say, yo, it's so when people say, oh, it's tough out here, I say, yeah, it might be a little tough out here, but it's really tough in New York.
Yeah,
you know?
exactly.
So, if you think it's tough for you, take a trip to New York and live out there for a couple of months.
Yeah. I guarantee you'll run back. You'll run
There's
back.
There's no way in New York you can survive on just doing a couple of rides on Uber here or there, or a couple of DoorDashes.
Nah, hell no.
And things of that nature. Shit, I used to be short a couple of dollars, you know, on rent or whatever the case may be. All I had to do was turn my car on and do some Uber, deliver some newspapers real quick, and keep it the fuck moving. But it got to
not in New York.
Right. It got to a point where the money, getting the money so quickly, it can be addictive, and then you can easily turn your side hustle into your main hustle, and then you lose focus on everything else. So
that's true.
So my time will come to tell my story, but tonight's story is about Red. So we are running out of time, but before we leave, brother, please drop your social medias. Where can they find you? Where can they reach out to you? All of that. Shoot.
Okay. You can go to Facebook.
Yes.
Go to Facebook to Red Dot. I'm on there, and I'm also on Twitter. I'm on Red Dot Production.
You on Twitter? I gotta follow you from Bring Back Our King.
Yeah, Red Dot Production. Yeah, Red Dot Production on Twitter, and I'm on Instagram under my government name, Charles June Jr. JUNEJR. So follow me, and if you want to talk, if you want to invest, I'm all ears.
And you on TikTok, brother? Tell them your TikTok.
Oh yeah, I'm on TikTok, Red Dot on TikTok too, and Sound Off is on all of those medias. If you want to check out my Sound Off, you can go to any one of those medias and check it out.
And you can also hear Red Dot every Tuesday and Thursday on Bring Back Our Kings, the podcast.
Yes.
You can hear him 24/7 a day on Bring Back Our Kings podcast on Spotify, Apple, Google, wherever you want to tune in. You can listen to the brother on Bring Back Our Kings, the podcast. So we're gonna be looking forward to his web series dropping, his apparel line dropping, some of his short films dropping. Go ahead, brother.
You can go to YouTube and check out the first web series on YouTube. It's called The Building. There's only 2 episodes up there. You can check that out too.
Gotcha.
That's what's up, man. That's a blessing, man. Yo, much respect to you. You know, God bless the work that you're doing, and I can't wait for your future projects to come to place. So I can just sit there and like, yo, I know that dude, man.
Like, don't forget about me.
Nah, y'all gonna be right.
You don't know Red Dot, man. You don't know the Red Dot.
Nah. Y'all gonna be right, beside me. It's not gonna be like I know that dude. No, like that's how I rock and roll. You know what I'm saying? If I fuck with you, I fuck with you.
That's what's up. Well, was there anything else that you wanted to let the audience know? Is there anything that we missed about Red Dot Production?
Just stay tuned. I'm getting ready to come out with some good stuff, And like my clothing line is getting ready to drop and everything. I'm gonna have a couple of contests, like Curtis said. You know what I'm saying? Give out some free up shirts and stuff and everything. Just wait. We're gonna do big things in the future.
All right. Well, I'm looking forward to it, brother.
That's what's up, man.
Yeah, peace and blessings to everybody.
Likewise. Well, thank you, Kings, for joining the Bring Back Our Kings podcast tonight. You know, I wouldn't be able to do it without y'all. I'm just a king, queening out here.
Yeah, yeah. But one thing I have wanted to say, I want to say sleep in peace to Prince Marky D. He was one of my favorite rappers and everything.
Okay.
So I definitely want to send out my condolences to his family and everything.
Yes.
I love the Disco 3.
Yes, much peace and light to his family. My condolences.
Yes, yes. All right, peace, y'all. Yeah, peace and blessings to y'all, and we'll talk soon.
All right, y'all be safe in that bad weather y'all having.
Yes.